What's going on, guys? It's Justin from Push and Profit, and in this video we're gonna go ahead and break down BlackBerry stock. Is it still a buy or is it time to sell? So let's go ahead and take a look into the charts. So right here we're looking at a 5-minute chart, and we could see that BlackBerry, we closed at the end of the day at $15.77. So it was still a good day for BB stock, especially at this major sell-off that we see over here in the last couple of days. Now, something that I want to kind of bring up is that this is kind of really the pattern for a lot of the meme stocks, quote unquote, because if you take a look at AMC, you see that has a similar pattern. It's almost identical, where we had 2 days of major selling off, and then boom, today we had a pop. I guarantee if we take a look at GME, which I honestly have not taken a look at all, I'm sure we could see a similar pattern. There we go, same similar pattern where we have this big uptrending day, and then 2 days of selling off, and then another day skyrocketing, right? So that's pretty much the trend that's been going on with a lot of these meme stocks. Now, does it really matter if it's a meme stock? Well, at the end of the day, you have to kind of identify what type of position you're taking with BlackBerry. Is this a long-term position? Meaning, are you planning to hold this for a while, right? Are you going to dollar cost average? Or is this something that you're looking for a trade, right? Now, at the end of the day, you have to decide what you're going to do and, figure out if you see value in it. But something that I want to point out, right, as someone who's a trader, who I do have a long-term portfolio, but as someone who's a trader, I try to look for, points in the chart that show weakness and buying weakness and selling strength. And we could see that, there was a lot of weakness the day before. We see that, pretty much BlackBerry bounced off the middle linear regression channel and is hovering above the blue exponential moving average, right? Now, if BlackBerry, opens up tomorrow or for the next couple of days and we hover above the blue exponential moving average, then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to buy in, because it's obviously an opportunity to buy in if we're still holding above this trend. If we're holding above the exponential moving average, you could see in the past, before we had this massive run up, as long as BlackBerry was above the blue moving average, right, or exponential moving average, we were doing well. When we crossed below it, of course, there was a sell-off, and then of course when we cross above it, we have an uptrend. That's pretty much how I utilize the exponential moving average, and that's just how I gauge momentum. Now, as someone who is a very conservative trader, for a while, for the last couple of months, I was always staying away from these quote-unquote meme stocks and kind of just trading whatever else, just staying away from these, tickers that just out of nowhere become very volatile. And I think that was a big mistake on my part, because we have to actually see these meme stocks for what they are. And they are powerful momentum plays, right? And, at the core of being a trader, what you're doing is you're profiting off fluctuation of price. So all this, volatility that is coming into these meme plays, I kind of hate calling them meme plays. They kind of have like a derogatory connotation when you call them meme plays. But for the sake of the video, it's just meme stocks, meme stock momentum. They offer a lot of opportunity. I mean, look at this. If we were to buy in, not just because it touched the linear regression channel, because of course on this channel I preach you don't want to just buy at support. You want to buy at support and wait for confirmation. And where do we see confirmation? Once we see it going above the exponential moving average. So if we would have just bought BlackBerry today and sold, today, we would have made 20% in a day. That is amazing. I mean, this is why I love these meme stock momentum plays now. At the very beginning, I said berry, no pun intended, but in the very beginning, I was avoiding these plays. So, that's really my technical analysis on this. Now, if we look at this from a 4-hour chart, it doesn't look as great as it does for a 1-hour chart, but I think we really kind of want to look more towards a 1-hour chart, because we're not looking at it as such a long-term play. And I feel like a 4-hour chart doesn't really do this justice, especially if this is something that you're trading in, right? So if you're looking at this as something to invest in, then you might want to wait for a stronger pullback. And does BlackBerry, is this a company that you'd like to invest in? At the end of the day, you always want to just, invest in where you see value. I'm going to say a couple of things, though. BlackBerry is, actually on the rise, and I'm not, trying to sound crazy, but a lot of people only know BlackBerry for like the phones that were very popular in the early 2010s, right? But if you guys, obviously have, been living, unless you've been living under a rock, we see that, the competitors like iPhone and Google Android phones have pretty much, just dominated the market as far as cell phones. And in 2015, BlackBerry actually transitioned into cybersecurity and software, which is very big. I don't know if you guys have been following along with the current events in 2021, but we already had two major cybersecurity breaches in America, and these kind of pretty much impact everyone. Because when we had the cybersecurity, just a couple of weeks ago, we had gas prices rise up, right? Then we just had recently cybersecurity attack on the meat industry. So I mean, cybersecurity is a big concern in America, and I think companies that offer a solution for cybersecurity are definitely going to be winning in the next couple of years. But again, that's just a long-term speculation on cybersecurity stocks. And I think BlackBerry does have the potential, as they're actually working with Amazon. I think I have an article pulled up over here, right over here, where they teamed up with Amazon in late 2020. And really what they're working on, you guys could read this article and pause the video if you want. I have it highlighted right here. But they're doing amazing things, and they're going to disrupt like the vehicle industry by creating software that's going to be able to be implemented in electric vehicles or just a majority of vehicles that are going to be coming out. But anyways, you guys don't really care about long-term plays, because at the end of the day, we love trading momentum. So I just wanted to put that out there, because I know sometimes I do have people that watch my videos and they're more of long-term investors, and I kind of don't want to disappoint them. But again, at the very foundation of this channel, you have to understand that a lot of things that I'm talking about it from a trading perspective. So that's why I don't really dive into the qualitative like fundamental analysis, and I'm only really sticking on the technical analysis of the charts, because as a trader, that's pretty much the tool that I use to base my trades off of. So again, I think a 4-hour chart does it justice. I think as long as we're above the blue exponential moving average, we'll be fine. But as soon as we cross below that blue exponential moving average, I think that's an opportunity for you guys to just immediately sell out, and then just wait for another opportunity to get back in. I think a lot of people think with this culture of diamond handing, that's the only solution. And yeah, if you would have just held from here and here, you would have been fine. But if you were trading, you could have profited once we went above the exponential moving average, and then sold when we crossed below it. Then repeat the same process: buy above the exponential moving average, sell when you cross below it, and then don't buy in until we go above the exponential moving average. But at the end of the day, you are gonna trade whatever you see value in. You're gonna have, there's so many different techniques and strategies, and by me kind of telling you guys what my plans are, what my strategies are, doesn't mean that that's absolutely the best game plan for you guys. So really, the purpose of this video is to kind of encourage you guys to find what position you want to take. Figure out, just really come up with a plan, because at the end of the day, I think a lot of traders fail because they may have a plan to enter, but they don't have a plan to exit. So really, I just want to encourage you guys to come up with a plan. I really am, loving these momentum plays with BEB or BlackBerry. Same as well with AMC. Same as well with GME. And I even traded Dogecoin about a month ago. Made a nice profit off that by simply trading off the fluctuations. Something that I was avoiding with these meme stock plays, and now I'm absolutely loving it. Does it mean that these meme stock plays are for everyone? Absolutely not. It's definitely not something that everyone could see success in, especially because these things have so much volume, since we have a lot of individuals trading them now, that they move fairly quickly. So if we kind of go into like a 5-minute chart, or actually if we go into a 1-minute chart, you could have traded this simply on a 1-minute chart too, just using the linear regression channel on the 1-minute chart as a support, and still make a good profit. But you have to understand that things are moving fast. I mean, this happened at 11:23 a.m. and this peak happened at 1:34. So in approximately 2 hours, 9% was made. So this is something that is moving very quickly. So you're gonna want to make sure that you set your stop limits to take profits, and also your stop limits to when you need to sell before you start losing more. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you guys like the message that is kind of the undertone of this video. And with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.